Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lee Cara. This is Unleash Your Light. Unleash Your Light is simple things we can do in our everyday life to embrace divine, unconditional love within us and shine it out on others and shine it inwards on ourselves. It's simple things that we can do in our everyday life to embrace and integrate unconditional love into everything that we do. Today's show, we're going to talk about forgiveness of self. We're going to talk about forgiving ourselves for those things that we have done that we cannot let go of, the things that we will continuously punish ourselves for. And this is a difficult show. It connects into our show of loving yourself, learning to love yourself, accepting yourself unconditionally. I did that about 2 shows back. It's going to be on this list if you want to watch that one as well. When we're forgiving ourselves, we always have to understand that whatever it is that we have done, whatever it is that you have done, is you were led to that place by the things you were living, the life you led, the environment you were in, the choices that you made leading up to that. And now, after the fact, you are choosing to hold on to that and to continue to punish yourself for it. And you may not be consciously choosing to punish yourself, but subconsciously, you will continue to choose situations that punish you in the same way, that put you into that same mind space where you will feel that same emotion again, almost to see if you're going to choose differently or choose the same. It takes radical self-awareness to pay attention to those things that we're holding on to, those deeds that we are still holding on to, or misdeeds, if you will. What you did yesterday got you to here. What you do today gets you to tomorrow. And that space of self-forgiveness is really going to change your entire life. So for some people, they'll make lists. For some people, they like to write things down. Some people just think real hard, or they'll when they're meditating, they'll go into that space of rehashing, right? I'm a rehasher where I'll go over something where I think I said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing over and over and over and over again, right? And I'll come up with 50 different things that I should have done or should have said, or choices I should have made to not get me there. And then I will punish myself over and over and over again. And like I said, it might be subconsciously punishing yourself. So if I use myself as an example, I have always struggled with my worth. I have always struggled with believing that I was worthy of love. It comes from my home life, and I've gone into that in detail in some of these videos, but I have always struggled with that. And so I've chosen over and over again situations where the person that I was loving, either friend or relationship, would be emotionally unavailable or would withhold love as punishment. And when I'm with someone who doesn't do that, or when the person that I'm with doesn't do that, I will then withhold the love from myself. I will purposefully say things that will push them to not show me that they care, or I will need help and I won't ask for help because I'll believe that I'm not worthy of that help. I'm a burden. You know, I'm unworthy of being loved and being helped and being supported. And I will tell people, no, don't help me in that way. Don't come see me. Don't do this. Don't. And then I'm hurting because of it, or I'm in a pickle because of it. And it all comes, and that person would have happily helped me or happily gotten on the phone with me. And yet, because I don't feel that I'm worthy, because I'm struggling with my self-worth, I continue to put myself in positions and situations that punish me and remind me that I'm not worth anything, remind me that I am worth less. Even though my spiritual mind understands that that's not a fact. It's subconscious. And I'm getting to a point where I'm recognizing it and I'm realizing it, and I'm trying in real time to shift that. I've warned the people in my life that I do this, so please don't let me push you away. And yet it's been there my whole life. No matter what situation I was in, I would always choose to be the last in line for love, support, caring, help. And this has been a pattern. And this pattern goes back to childhood because I've never forgiven myself for being unworthy, for being unloved, for being unwanted. And we all do this in our lives. We all have those pieces of our childhood or of relationships or friendships that we hold on to where we feel that we did something wrong. And sometimes it's not that we did anything wrong, but we still feel that way. You know, it wasn't my fault that I was unwanted or that I was treated a particular way as a child. And yet we will hold on to that, you know. Many times I've used the example of a small child who their parents are fighting downstairs and the mother tells the child, go clean your room. And so they go upstairs and they're playing in their room instead of cleaning. And they hear the door slam. And the mother will come back upstairs. You didn't clean your room. What's wrong with you? Da, 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 and give them, you know, the business because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. But also their father left and their father doesn't come back. And that child, that little child may blame themselves. Daddy left because I didn't clean my room. And this is not something that we are consciously continuing to believe as an adult. We know that that's illogical. And yet we will continue on this path of if I don't make everything perfect, people will leave me. If I don't always show that I am behaving and doing what I'm told, people will leave me. People will betray me. People will walk away. And this is why it's so important to forgive ourselves. But how do we dig these things out? How do we figure out what it is that we're holding on to? Radical self-awareness. We have to really pay attention to those moments in life and those choices that we make that make us feel some type of way, whether it's sadness or anger or depression or hopelessness or unworthiness. We have to look at the choices that we're making today that seem illogical or irrational. We have to pay attention to the patterns in our life where I spoke about this on the last episode, Forgiving Others, where there are some people who will marry the same man over and over again, or marry the same woman, or choose the friends over and over again that will betray them. And this is because we're repeating a pattern of something that we never resolved. We may be repeating a pattern of a relationship with a parent or an uncle or a grandparent or our first love that we never resolved. And so we choose over and over again, hoping to get it right. But we will never get it right until we recognize that pattern and break it, either by making different choices within that relationship or by choosing a different relationship. It is within us that we have the power to change our lives, to change our now, to shift our timeline into the space where we are able to have the friendships, the relationships with others and with ourselves that we long for, where we are embracing unconditional love and we are feeling joy and happiness in every sense of that relationship. And yes, no relationship is perfect. No life is perfect. Of course, you can't be Pollyanna all the time. But we don't want to keep repeating the exact same issue over and over again. We want to give the universe space to bring us the next issue and the next issue, so that we're always climbing that mountain. We're always embracing that next challenge from the universe. If we look at every obstacle as a challenge, we look at every speed bump as a way for us to improve our life, to get ourselves to that next space, all the while accepting ourselves as we are, which we spoke about back in the Loving Yourself. That is a powerful combination. to really unleash that divine light that's within us. And it's not an easy thing, but radical self-awareness, really paying attention and being willing to be accountable for the things that you do in your life, the choices that you make, can really make the biggest difference in your life and shift you into that next space. All right, you guys, that's it for today. I'm so grateful that y'all have joined me here today. I have a website, unleashyourlight.org. There you can find links to specific topic videos, as well as books and ebooks that I have on Amazon. You can also find all the videos right here on YouTube if that's where you're watching me. My little Aussie wants to say goodbye. There we go. You are beloved, you matter, and you are so very loved.